4 new tracks in North Carolina. Do you feel like it does a good job of appealing to the more traditional fans, or is there anywhere you'd like to see the series go to?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty diverse schedule. I've only taken little peeks at it and haven't really studied it too hard, but yeah, I've seen North Wilkesboro, or not North Wilkesboro, Rockingham come back for Xfinity, so that'll be cool. And then we go down to Mexico City, which is good. It just spreads everything out. It'd be cool to maybe get a race up in Canada and whatnot, but for the most part, I think NASCAR's done a great job with the schedule over the last handful of years, and we'll see. Once I look into it more, one off week it's a grind with 25 in a row, but yeah, it's good.
Speaking of the schedule this year, obviously the final round of the regular season is going to be at Darlington rather than Daytona. Would you rather see that in the future, given maybe it's a little bit less unpredictable?
I mean, you have 25 opportunities before the final race of the regular season in the Cup Series to walk yourself in. So, there's that one last shot, but you also have a shot at Talladega and Atlanta earlier this year, Daytona 500, Daytona summer race. So I think a lot of people put emphasis on that's our one chance to win it, but there's a lot of chances throughout the year to win. I don't know if it adds more excitement or less. Obviously, super speedways are wild, so being the cutoff race is entertaining from the fan side. But I think this place still gets entertaining with how tricky and tough it is to be able to run the wall here and be fast and staying out of trouble. The Cup cars are pretty durable, so you see guys run the wall, and if they hit it, you don't get as much damage as the older generation Cup car with the steel body. So the cars are a lot more durable. A lot more guys probably finish this race than with the older generation car just because they're more durable, but I still think it's exciting.
Thank you.
Going back to the schedule questions, is there any other tracks you'd like to see the Cup Series go, or even short tracks for the trucks and Xfinity in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's pretty diverse. I don't know if this would ever happen, but it'd be kind of cool to go over to Australia and check that out, maybe. I don't know where else they would go. I look at it more of a standpoint of covering different regions, maybe in the Northwest. I know there's a lot of great race car drivers that come out of there, and there's a lot of race fans. I don't know where you'd have that necessarily, facility-wise, but the Northwest, you got the West Coast, maybe a Southern California track. I wish Fontana was still a thing because you get a lot of people out there. And then kind of all the way around, maybe the North Midwest, like Wisconsin, or you got to look at the facilities too and what can host maybe a Cup race or Xfinity race. And there's a lot of great tracks out there. I don't know if they'd be able to host Xfinity or Cup, but it definitely would be cool to expand into those markets for sure.
Just chilling. What are you doing?
Not really sure. Just trying to drive
I
fast.
say, what's the difference between that and any other day, right?
Yeah, just trying to drive fast in circles.
Yeah. What do you need? Can you do that here?
Yeah, I feel like we've definitely been really good here at times. We were really, really bad in the spring and still squeaked out a solid finish. So I know we're a ton different than we were in the spring, and hopefully that pays off for us here today and tomorrow.
When you look at the playoff schedule this year, a few more wild cards than usual. So how much different is it going to be heading into the playoffs this year versus previous years when you look at it?
Not really any different. I think you just got to take everything 1 week at a time and just go perform each and every week. It's what the playoffs have always been about, and excited to get going.
How do you look at it from a strategy standpoint? Do you break it down in rounds, or do you go through each round and then reevaluate for the next round?
Really just maximize every week. Like I don't think you can really look at it per round or in groups. Like for me, just you need to go execute and run well each and every week, and if you do that, the rest will take care of itself.
Is there any track in the first round that really sticks out to you where you could make a difference?
Well, we ran about a lap at Atlanta before we crashed in the spring, so hopefully the luck flips and we're on the other side of that, and we run really well there this fall. But yeah, I mean, definitely I'm excited to get to Watkins Glen. I don't have a great history there, but I feel like my road course stuff has gotten a lot better, and that's kind of like the last one that I feel like I still need to gain at. So excited to get back there and have another shot at it.
With Darlington being at the end of the regular season this year, for drivers like yourself who are locked into the playoffs, is there going to be any kind of different strategy going for that Southern 500 win versus kind of, just trying to stay in the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, for us, like, we just want to come win this race, right? I don't think it's any different than where we've been kind of every Darlington race, right? Like, you always just want to come here and run well. I feel like it's a place that's meaningful if you can win either race at. So, yeah, just trying to run the best we can and kind of business as usual.
What was your reaction to the 2025 schedule, and have you ever been to Mexico?
I've never been out of the country, so I'm excited for that for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be a lot of fun, definitely different. It's a long streak from April to the end of the year, so trying to keep the guys hyped up and plugged in is going to be an adventure, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
If you've never been out of the country, does that mean you got to work on getting a passport?
Yeah, I still got to do that. So, yeah, my life is pretty easy. Like, people can do a lot of things. Like, drivers in general, I feel like we get a little bit babied, and passports is one of those things that, like, I feel like we got to do ourselves. And yeah, so I got to go do that.
Grown-ass man, Bowman.
Yeah.
25 schedule.
Yeah, I liked it. Obviously it's going to be a long, grueling one just after the Easter break, but yeah, I thought the schedule was good. You had a good mix of, going to a new place like Mexico City, still having the same kind of grassroots feel with a lot of races close to home. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I thought the truck schedule was pretty cool too, going to Lime Rock and places like that, Rockingham too. So yeah, excited to honestly see how it all plays out. Just looking at it, I feel like the playoffs and everything else were good racetracks for me personally, so I'm excited from that standpoint too. So yeah, just excited to see how it all finally goes and go to a lot of new venues.
Ever been to Mexico?
One time. I went to Cozumel on a cruise when I was like 14.
Okay.
Yeah, not anywhere close to Mexico City.
No racing.
Yeah, no racing.
You did get to race north of the border in the Truck Series in 2017 at Canadian Tire. So what was your experience of racing in Canada and going international there?
Yeah, Canada has been incredible every time we go there. I've been able to run there twice in the Truck Series. I ran an IMSA race there, and then just a couple months ago I went and ran a Pinty Series race up there. And the Canadian race fans are incredible. They're always just super appreciative that you're there, and they're super enthusiastic. And yeah, would love to have the opportunity to go back there and race in the Cup Series for sure. It would be just a really welcome thing, I think. So hopefully we can do that one day.
Yeah, and having Mexico on the schedule, does that maybe could potentially serve as a bridge to get in Canada, depending on how that one goes?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously it's, whenever you leave the United States, it gets tricky, right? Just with all the logistics and everything else. So, I don't know what those barriers are, but I certainly think once we go and, prove the model and prove that we can do it, I definitely think it makes it a little bit easier to maybe bridge that gap. So hopefully we can do it. I definitely think that, the more we can do that kind of stuff, the better for us. So hopefully we can do it.
All right, thank you, Chase.
Races from the past year here, and I assume if you've watched it, which I assume you have, how good does it make you feel potentially coming in here?
Yeah, I think we improved a lot this year. I think it was mostly me, which usually it is, but I feel like we were really fast in the spring. Would love for that to translate to today and this weekend, and hopefully go have a good, clean day.
Is there any reason why it wouldn't?
I think that the changes in the temperature, it's a night race, so it's different. Temperatures, track state's all different, so there are reasons, and sometimes it just changes. Everybody gets better, and might just be a little bit better, but I think we put in a lot of hard work for this race, and we'll go at it with a bang.
And do you feel like, if you do what you're supposed to do, you make the playoffs?
I don't really know that necessarily how I make the playoffs. I think I just have to have a clean day and not wreck out or anything, so I think we're pretty close.
How much do you think about it, and how much you just let it ride, do the best you can?
I don't really think about it too much, honestly. I would love to, be able to get a win, so we just fight for wins every week and try to do the best we can.
Good idea.
Looking at the schedule for 2025, does anything jump out to you that you're excited about? And anything you'd like to see added in the future?
Yeah, I'm excited to go to Mexico City. I'm really excited. We have some friends down there, and then I wish Homestead wasn't out of the playoffs. I think that's a really important race, but they're making decisions on just depending on statistics. I don't know the metrics they go off of for that, but I wish I was. I always love going there late in the year. I think it's just such a cool race to go to.
Regular season championships in Darlington this year rather than Daytona. Is that something you'd like to see in the future, or maybe a little bit less unpredictable?
Yeah, I think it depends on it's hard because I feel like it depends on all the points stuff. Like last week, jumping from 34th to 16th, right? Like I think it just depends on how that works. But I think this is a good one to have. That the speedways are kind of unpredictable, like you said. Just you don't really know what's gonna happen. You can win, so I don't know. I'm not in the contention for it, so I don't really care, I guess. If I was, maybe it would be a different answer.
Did you come here often as a kid?
I came here in 2014 was my first race here, and I think Matt Kenseth won when he was on the 20. So that was my first time.
What kind of memories or experiences do you have as a kid here?
I met the owner of Bojangles, and I got like a $500 gift card, and I used it until it ran out. And I love Bojangles, so that was the greatest memory I think I've had here. All the other ones, my first race here is probably my best race besides the spring race in the Cup car, Xfinity car. We were really fast. I think we didn't have practice. We started like in the back and drove to second, and I sped 2 times in the same section in the exact same speed. So those are the 2 memories I have here that are
So
staying
how
with
much
me.
$500 gift card? How
I used the whole thing. I think it took me like a year and a half. Yeah, I live right next to one, so I love Bojangles.
Was it hard for you?
The Vivid EV Anthem is the essence of American spirit. Made with lithium battery technology, this neighborhood electric vehicle features vibrant colors, diamond stitch seats, and seats up to 6. It isn't just made in America, it's made for America.
Jared Haas with Frontstretch.com. Come back soon for more great racing videos. And if you like us, make sure to hit that subscribe button.